You know what? You just made YouTube. Seriously, you just made YouTube. This little pathway on the way to the faucet is nicely dressed up with caladiums, coleus, and the Carmen begonia. Got our petunias trailing over on this one. And I thought it was going to have a ball spot at the top, but that's leaving just enough room for that sun patient on the top. That's going to be nice. It's going to fill in and spill over. We're waiting. Oh, man, these updates are a lot better than I thought they were going to be. Got the petunias trailing over the side on this one. So they'll be trailing toward the front and under the rail toward the steps on the porch. Look at that. Beautiful. So the longer these get, the heavier they get, and then they just trail downward. We'll pluck off these spent blooms. See how that is? It's going to be nice. And then other ones will fill in between it, and it'll be thicker. So it's going to fill in toward the steps and toward the front. I'm going to jump on in and see what I can do with these geraniums. Now, this is a quick cleanup because I can just go straight to the bottom, and they snap right off at the joint. So the growth point meets up with that stem, and it's just an easy pruning. I just reach down as far as I can go and just twist them off, or either snap them off or just pull them off. It's one of my favorite plants. The geraniums are easy, very easy to clean, speedy, what you call it, deadheading, and the leaves on these look really healthy. Blending in nicely with that ground cover, the jasmine ground cover. And we have more blooms on these other geraniums to open up. And on this pot here, we have the sun patience with a little bit of blooms on the leaves and on this little dove down here. Now, if it was windy out, I wouldn't have to do any of this. But from time to time, I check it out so that the petals don't stress the leaves out. Okay. Continuing the geranium cleanup and the petunias. These are some of the easiest plants to deadhead and to maintain. Now, when you have a windy day, these petunias, they're self-cleaning, and you don't have to do any of this. The triple digits are bringing a lot of stress to many plants, but the key is to keep watering and deadheading. As we deadhead, we see that the leaves are looking good. And this creeping Jenny, we're going to cut that back because once it hits the ground, it's going to take root. And we already have a jasmine ground cover down there that we want to fill in. Now here, I'm going to be putting in a Proven Winners Wojo's Gem, which is a nice trailing plant. Stays in its lane and will trail straight down. And I think I put a few of these together to make it a little thicker. Look how long that is. Beautiful. We got the variegated leaves there, the green margin, and we are going to see if they can handle the heat. Let's see. We'll go with 2 on this one. I think that'll be good. That'll be good because the leaves, you see how the leaves are spaced out? When you put 2 together, it fills in the, makes it look fuller, and you have the nice trailing effect. Beautiful. So I'm just deciding which 2 to put in. We'll put 2 on this side and 2 on the other side to complete this pot. Definitely going to be doing updates on this one. We'll come back and see how it's doing. We've had some rain for the past couple of days, and I know everything's getting watered in good, but the real test is going to be that heat. So these are going to look good, and we'll see how they do. They tie together the petunias and the sun patience because they have that wild variegation, and they have to add that other element of trailing on the pot. Now these coleus have a real thick trailing creeping Jenny, and also the calibrax on the side, they're trailing also, but not as fast as that creeping Jenny. I hope they play together fine in this pot. So far, so good. Look at these colors. And the calibracoas are doing just fine. Coleus come in so many different colors. Love this green, the chartreuse, the plum color, the pink, and they really complement each other, and they're doing great. Here's the other side of the porch with that Wojo's Gem proven winners trailing down, and out in the front we have the Gerber Daisy or Gerber Daisy. Some people call it the Gerber Daisy, but these will be filling in spots where the ground cover hasn't spread it yet. In this cottage garden, we have also some hydrangeas. We'll probably be cutting that Nandina out of there because it's really close to that rose bush. Either pull one or the other out. And on this side, the Wojo's Gem. Going in close on this Gerber Daisy. The Gerber Daisy with new blooms coming up. These can handle the heat with these big spinach looking leaves and the beautiful plate-like flowers. Very eye-catching. We're going to be using these in this pot here up under the creeping Jenny. Now here's a raised bed that we did a couple months ago, filling in nicely. And here's where we put the Gerber Daisy. Look at all these new blooms coming up down at the bottom here. Several. And as long as this stays watered, they're going to do fine. Look at this. This is going to be loaded with blooms, and looking forward to it. It's a nice spot for it. It'll get 6 or more hours of sunlight, and it's going to do just fine. And out front, we have the Shasta daisies and vincas here, across here, filling in nicely with a few rudbeckias sprinkled in. Now this yard is full of color. Doing fine in the heat also. And you know, those sun patients can get really dramatic. We have the zinnias here being very beautiful and showing off. These zinnia are very beautiful and doing a great job. There's plenty more blooms to open up. And in our backyard, we have some puppy love caladiums on standby, waiting to be planted with more Gerber daisies that we'll be putting in another spot. This one here needs a little attention. As you can see, there's a burnt bloom there. We'll be cutting that off close to the plant as possible. And these bright yellow Gerber daisies are going to be put somewhere, just haven't decided yet. And the puppy love caladiums, look at that green margin going around the outer edge of the leaf with that pink center and little splashes of white in there with the red vein. That's a beautiful caladium there. And you can see how it separates toward the back of the leaf. Beautiful. These are going to be used in a sunny spot because this is one of the caladiums that can handle the sunlight. Um, Always read your tags on your caladiums because some of them that look very similar require different sunlight. Just some quick updates. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming up soon.